That looks like full battery, right?
Supposedly.
In theory.
Is that what the problem was? The battery just died?
There's 4 chargers back. Come here, I'll show you what the problem was. We have 2 now.
Okay, you wouldn't think anything could go wrong, right?
Well, never seen.
Check 2, 3.
Good morning. Please rise and join me in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we come before you today to recognize and honor our remarkable alumni, retired faculty, and Sports Hall of Fame inductees for their contributions either in the community, classroom, or on the athletic field. Baylor is a special place that cultivates a community that transcends generations. And as we celebrate this special day, we lift our hearts with gratitude for all those we plan to recognize today, whose life and legacy shine as a beacon in our school's storied history. Lord, we thank you for gifting them with wisdom, passion, and an unyielding commitment to this place. Father, bless this ceremony with joy and reverence. May the story shared today remind us all of your gifts in each of us, the strength to strive, the grace to lift others, and the ability to give glory where it is due. Watch over the families, friends, alumni, fellow coaches, and former athletes here for this alumni weekend. Please watch over both Macaulay and Baylor tonight as we compete, and may the actions on the field and those in the stands bring you glory. Fill our community with your peace that we may leave renewed in purpose and like-minded in spirit. We offer this prayer in your name. Amen.
Amen, and thank you, Lily. Well, good morning and welcome to all of our guests and family members and students. And I'd particularly like to welcome our honorees and their families to today's ceremony. What a week it has been here on campus and around the city. From the excitement of our rivalry games to the energy of alumni and families returning to campus, right up until the skits and bonfire celebration last night, this has truly been a celebration of all that makes Baylor special. The support at our athletic events has been truly remarkable. Our entire community showing up, cheering loudly, and creating an intensity that is both exciting and, yes, a little stressful at times. But as I've said before, that pressure, that stress, pressure is a privilege. Most people go through their whole life and never get to experience what so many of you have been able to experience this week. And I think many of our recipients today would tell you, treasure these exciting and stressful moments. They build character, they prepare you for life, and they are part of what makes the Baylor experience so powerful. This morning, we also add another highlight as we gather to honor members of our community whose lives and work reflect the very best of Baylor. We celebrate a Distinguished Alumnus and Distinguished Service Award recipient. We pay tribute to Baylor legends whose careers shaped generations of students. And we welcome 6 new members into our Sports Hall of Fame. Each of these honorees today reminds us of what it means to live out our mission, to foster both the ability and the desire to make a positive difference in the world. Their stories inspire us because they embody what Baylor stands for, choosing positivity when others in the world choose negativity, building others up when others choose to even diss and try to bring people down, and leading lives of purpose. And I find myself wondering this morning with all of our students here as we're watching these honorees receive their awards, and you hear all these accomplishments today. So 20 years from now, 30 years from now, 50 plus years from now, which of you students are going to be coming back, receiving an award for going out into the world and living a life of positive purpose, making a positive impact on the world? That is the opportunity and the challenge of a Baylor education. So today we celebrate our honorees, but we also celebrate what their lives tell us about who we are. And as we all know, we are Baylor. So I now have the privilege of asking our board chair to come forward, Alexis Bogo, my 89 classmate, to come forward and help us honor our first recipient. So let's give her a round of applause as she comes forward.
Good morning, Baylor School. I can't tell you how great you all look from up here in all your red. And to echo everything that Chris said, what a week it has been. It's been so exciting, and I've been so proud to watch you all serve our community so well on campus and off campus, and compete together. And you really just have embodied the spirit of what makes us Baylor. As Chris said, it is my honor this morning to present the Distinguished Alumnus Award to a person who exemplifies the founding values of Baylor: faith, honor, excellence, and magnanimitas. And he takes his greatness of spirit with him everywhere he goes and everywhere he has gone. At Baylor, he brought this spirit off the hill, as my friend Chris Crimmins likes to say, on the athletic field, as the quarterback of the football team, the point guard of the basketball team, and infielder and batter on the baseball team. On the hill and in the classroom, he was a force to be reckoned with as well, earning the prestigious Moorhead Kane Scholarship to the University of North Carolina. After attending UNC, he got his law degree at Vanderbilt University. After graduating from Vanderbilt, he really could have gone anywhere. Could have gone to any city, any law firm. But he chose to come back to Chattanooga to help make his city and his alma mater a better place than he found it. His professional prowess and civic leadership led to highlights like leading Volkswagen through the transformational construction of what is now the Volkswagen Automotive Center. Civically, he left his mark all over the city, but served 4 decades at the Chattanooga Boys and Girls Club, which earned him a place in the Tennessee Hall of Fame. At Baylor, he has definitely left his mark and is an ever-present figure on campus, whether it's sporting events, alumni events, development events. If you need a play-by-play to any football or soccer match, he's the first to tell you all the things we did right and the few mistakes we might have made. He has served Baylor in so many ways over the years. President of our Alumni Council, a member of the Baylor Board of Trustees. He has co-chaired 2 of our most successful capital campaigns, building these beautiful buildings that you all utilize every day. If I had to say the 2 things that he may be most proud of his Baylor experience would be having his sons graduate, Will and Ben, in 1999 and 2000. It's always a proud Baylor moment when your son or daughter graduates from your alma mater. And the second would be establishing the Aiken Scholar Award, which provides an opportunity for a student who shows a strong sense of mind, body, and spirit, and who truly wants to go out and make a difference in the world. So it's my honor today to present the Baylor Distinguished Alumnus Award to a person who always, even before it wasn't a phrase, has put the B over me, Mr. Billy Aiken.
Congratulations, Billy. So well deserved. It is now my honor to recognize one of Baylor's most impactful leaders of all time as the recipient of the John T. Buddy Fisher 46 Distinguished Service Award. Scott Wilson, Baylor's 9th headmaster, served this school with vision and devotion for 12 years. During his tenure, he elevated programs that we all continue to enjoy today. Our Learning Center, Baylor Research, Global Scholars, faculty travel grants, and many, many more. His leadership helped raise over $75 million to transform our campus, building the Probasco Academic Center, expanding Gary Dining Hall, enhancing the Bullard Quad, modernizing Hedges Library, and constructing Harrison Hall, while also growing Baylor's endowment by more than 130%. Beyond the bricks and mortar and endowment growth, however, Scott's greatest legacy is how he consistently put students first. Every decision he made was guided by what was in the best interest of young people. Scott's own Baylor story is rich in and of itself. He was a student here during both the military era and the transition that followed. He began his career in Baylor's admissions office, then went off to lead other schools before returning home to guide his alma mater into a new era of excellence. And most importantly, he did not do this alone. His wife, Susan, has been an extraordinary partner and contributor to Baylor in her own right. Together, they raised 4 children: Georgia, class of 14, Jane, 17, Sarah, and Ben. And they had amazing Baylor experiences as well. On a personal note, I often refer to Scott as my big brother, a big brother that I've been following professionally my whole life. And so it is truly an honor for me to stand here today and to share with you how he has been so important to me and so many others that are sitting here today. Such a guide, a steady presence, and a leader who has helped shape Baylor in ways that will endure for many, many generations. So I would like for everyone to please rise today as I ask Scott Wilson, our 9th headmaster, to come forward and receive the Buddy Fisher 46 Distinguished Service Award.
Scott, Billy, congratulations. Good morning, everyone. I'm William Montgomery, and I serve as the Dean of Faculty for Baylor. I've said it in many settings, and I'll say it again today, and I want you all to hear this. Teaching at Baylor is a humbling experience. I say that because one cannot but feel humbled when comparing oneself against the excellence and the accomplishments of so many of our faculty. And the folks that we're here to recognize today, they're exemplars of that excellence. It's our pleasure and our privilege to present the Dedicated Faculty Service Award to 6 members of Baylor's faculty who have inspired me and countless others to grow as teachers in the classroom, as servants of the school, and as mentors to young people. So some facts for you. The average Baylor faculty member has 18 years of experience working with young people. The average Baylor faculty member has been at Baylor alone for 11 years. But between them, today's awardees fostered in Baylor students the ability and the desire to make a positive difference in the world for a combined total of 223 years. So I'll say that again. That's only 6 people with 223 years of being at Baylor between them and serving the community. So to consider their contributions and what they have meant to this school and to its students cannot but inspire both humility and gratitude. So we're going to recognize 4 of them right now, and then we're going to recognize 2 of them a little bit later in the program, because those 2 folks not only are being recognized for distinguished service, but will also be inducted into the Sports Hall of Fame today.
Good morning. My name is Maxwell Johnson, class of 2026, and it is my honor to provide an introduction for Austin Clark this morning. Coach Clark retired from Baylor after a 43-year career that most in the Baylor family would call legendary. As head coach of the boys basketball team for 36 years, Clark compiled 522 wins and led teams to 2 state runner-up finishes, building a program known for its competitiveness, discipline, and strong character development. His coaching emphasized skill, teamwork, and sportsmanship, fostering not only talented athletes but also responsible, principled young people. Beyond basketball, Clark served as Baylor's athletic director from 1990 to 2006, overseeing a period of extraordinary success for the school's programs. Under his leadership, Baylor won 102 state championships, earning recognition from Sports Illustrated as the best athletic program in Tennessee and 23rd in the nation. Clark guided the school through pivotal changes in Tennessee athletics, including the transition to separate divisions for public and independent schools, all while maintaining the highest standards of integrity and fairness. He was inducted into the Baylor Sports Hall of Fame in 2017. In the last 17 years of his career, Clark served as Assistant Dean of Students for the upper school, applying the same principles of fairness, discipline, and guidance to student life. He helps students navigate school rules, expectations, focusing on teaching rather than simply enforcing. Clark and his wife, Cindy, are the parents of Logan Clark Simmons, class of 2005, and Jordan, class of 2009. Clark gives credit to Baylor students for making such a long career enjoyable, and he loves it when Baylor alums call just to say hello. I want to thank Coach Clark for bringing back the Red Blazers. It is a great touch to the community, and it is something that all the underclassmen look forward to wearing their senior year. Before the end of last year, I had the honor to play golf with Coach Clark at Black Creek. We talked a lot on the golf course, but the one thing that resonated with me was when he was talking about his retirement. It dawned on me that Coach Clark did not treat Baylor as just an average job that he had to go to. Rather, it was a passion that he dedicated his life to every day. Coach Clark always put Baylor above himself, and that is something that all students and faculty should strive for. He treated his students like his sons and daughters and only wanted the best out of everyone because he believed in each and every one of us. Coach Clark, please come forward to accept your award.
Good morning. My name is Gabrielle Goldstein, class of 2026, and I am honored that I have the privilege to introduce Betsy Carmichael this morning. When the Ireland Studio Arts Center opened in 1998, Betsy Carmichael moved into the open, sun-bathed studio with expansive views of the Tennessee River, filled with a cumulative amount of creative materials, subject models, and a multitude of student art pieces. A setting which she used to inspire students to observe and engage with the world around them. In her 35-year career at Baylor, Carmichael taught Drawing 1 and 2, Painting 1 and 2, and Advanced Placement Studio Art. She encouraged students to discover and refine their individual artistic voices, fostering work that reflects both skill and personal growth, even pulling artistic talent out of people who thought they would never excel in the creative arts. For Carmichael, one of the most rewarding aspects of teaching art was witnessing the moments when students achieved something new and fulfilling in their work, which she viewed as small victories of understanding and accomplishment that might ignite a lifelong love for art. With every time I've gone into the Ireland studio to work on my own art or just for a place to sit, Carmichael was always open to a warm conversation. Either through rigorous advice or just tough love, she eloquently motivated me and many others to hold on to their passions and creative skills. I would not have continuously held on to my love for the activity without her admiring influence. Beyond the classroom, Carmichael led 14 Liz Ablin art trips, including travel to Italy, where students gained knowledge of Renaissance techniques, classical art, and new cultural perspectives. The previous trip holding some of my fondest memories of her. Some being Carmichael lending me her personal oil painting brushes, which changed my artwork completely, and her sharing stories and photos of her frivolous life over dinner on a serene Italian night, as well as a small, intimate conversation where she had given me meaningful advice which will live and grow with me. Carmichael was also involved with the Walkabout program, accompanying students on domestic and international trips, including Colorado and Belize, further enriching their educational experience. In her retirement, not only working on home improvements, Carmichael plans to reconnect with her own creative practice in her home studio. Quote, I'm also looking forward to sharing my personal passion with others by offering painting and drawing classes. Creativity is a universal drive, and it will be fun to continue to help others tap into theirs. End quote. Ms. Carmichael, please come forward to accept your award.
Good morning. I'm George Stowe, class of 2026, and today I'm privileged to introduce Don Curtis. Throughout his 35 years as Baylor School's facilities manager, Mr. Curtis oversaw the maintenance, renovation, and development of Baylor's expansive grounds, ensuring both historic preservation and modern functionality across classrooms, athletic facilities, and communal spaces. Mr. Curtis previously managed facilities for the Tennessee Valley Authority's Chattanooga offices. After arriving at Baylor, he became intimately familiar with every corner of campus. His hands-on approach and deep understanding of infrastructure allowed him to manage seasonal challenges, emergency repairs, and long-term planning. He truly did it all. One of Mr. Curtis's early notable projects was relocating the main campus entrance, known at the time as the Baylor Gates, in a way that would meet state requirements and function well with traffic patterns, while remaining aesthetically traditional and beautiful, as it does today. Among his many accomplishments, Mr. Curtis played a pivotal role in designing and constructing signature campus facilities that impact all of our lives every single day. He oversaw projects such as the Fine Arts Complex, the Alumni Chapel we are sitting in now, the Gary Dining Hall, and the 33,852 square foot Scotty Probasco Academic Center, known to many as PAC, an undertaking requiring meticulous attention to budget, design, and scale. He also contributed to the campus master plans in 2000 and 2012, shaping Baylor's growth and future development. As Mr. Curtis retires from Baylor, he leaves behind a footprint that has shaped the school's campus and facilities. His influence can not only be seen in the beauty of the buildings themselves, but also felt in the seamless, functional, and welcoming environment they provide. Baylor would not be close to what it is today without Don Curtis. Mr. Curtis, please come forward to accept your award.
Mr. Curtis could not be with us this morning, but we wish him well from afar.
Good morning. My name is Julissa Gerard, class of 2026, and I'm honored to provide an introduction for Tim Williams this morning. His 35-year journey with Baylor's Walkabout program began in 1991, when he was hired as a rock climbing guide for the senior trip. He became acquainted with science instructor and walkabout director Perry Key on the trip, and the two quickly became friends and climbing partners. By 1996, Key had shifted his focus to the classroom, and he offered the role of walkabout director to Williams. Under Williams' leadership, Walkabout expanded to include international trips, guiding students on kayaking and climbing expeditions in Patagonia, as well as journeys to Chile, Ecuador, Costa Rica, India, and Panama. He also oversaw the Jim Pierce trip to Colorado, the Joe Key trip, award trip to Maine, and the annual freshman trip to Mentone, Alabama. My first memorable experience with him happened during the Joe Key trip. Mr. Williams was a hilarious person to be around, who offered funny nuggets of wisdom to keep us entertained throughout the entire journey. I specifically remember him telling me that I should put sunscreen on my scalp, otherwise the direct exposure to the sun due to my cornrows would cause it to get burned. When I asked him how he knew this, imagine the disbelief on my face when he told me that he had learned this after kayaking with cornrows himself. I thought he was joking and politely declined his advice. Unfortunately, I ended up with a burnt scalp by the end of the trip, and I remember seeing a knowing I told you so look coming straight from Mr. Williams. In addition to guiding trips, Mr. Williams taught Eastern religions in the history department for 25 years, bringing classroom lessons to life with firsthand experiences from India and other global destinations. Many years ago, Williams and Key were driving a 15-passenger van back from a spring break bouldering trip to Huco Tank State Park in Texas. Late at night, as students slept, they reflected on Walkabout's mission. What made it work? What were we really trying to do? The answer was simple: discomfort. We realized our job wasn't just guiding, it was creating discomfort so students could grow through adventure and shared challenges, reflected Williams. What started with a laugh became a guiding philosophy, and by the time we reached home, we knew we had it right. Walkabout, making Baylor students uncomfortable since 1976. As a survivor of arguably one of the most infamous walkabout trips, I can confirm this is indeed true, as I learned so much from the Joe Key trip and could not have imagined it without Mr. Williams guiding us through this experience. Mr. Williams, please come up and accept your award.
Good morning. My name is Mark Price, and I have the privilege of serving as Baylor's athletic director. The Baylor School Sports Hall of Fame is hereby created for the purpose of recognizing Baylor athletes, coaches, and/or individuals that have made a positive impact on our athletic program. These are individuals who have demonstrated throughout their career qualities that identify them as champions and key contributors, both amateur or professional, within our Baylor sports programs. Furthermore, any person that is elected for this honor of our Hall of Fame should be of unquestionable character. Today, we will enshrine 6 new members into the Baylor School Sports Hall of Fame. This year's inductees will be introduced by a current Baylor senior student athlete from the primary sport of each new member. So I will now ask senior swimmer Gavin Boggs to come forward to the podium and introduce our first inductee. Gavin.
Good morning. I'm Gavin Boggs. I'm a class of 2026, and I'm going to be introducing Scott Ferguson. As a 3-sport standout, team captain, and record setter, Scott Ferguson, class of 75, embodied the competitive spirit and leadership that defines Baylor. In the pool, Ferguson's talent was undeniable. A 6-year letterman and co-captain in 1975, he led Baylor swimming with championship performances and record-breaking speed. He captured individual state titles in the 100 butterfly in both 1974 and 75. Scott also contributed to relay victories in the 400 free relay in 74 and 75, and the 200 medley relay in 72, 73, and 74. His 400 free relay team set a state record in 1974. Scott's achievements as a varsity swimmer propelled Baylor to team state championships in 1972 and 1974. Scott's swimming achievements extended nationally. At the AAU Phillips 66 National Championships, he placed second in both the 50 fly and 50 backstroke, and he earned Baylor All-American honors in the 100 butterfly. His outstanding high school career secures him as one of many legendary alumni of our swimming program. However, Ferguson's talents extended far beyond swimming. In baseball, he was a 2-year varsity letterman, serving as team captain in 1975 and earning All-City recognition. In that 1975 season, he received the Tom Moore Award as the team's most valuable player. In football, Ferguson was part of Baylor's storied 1973 state and national championship team, earning 2 varsity letters and adding another chapter to his impressive athletic career. His favorite memory from his time as a Baylor athlete came during the 1974 Macaulay regular season game. Early in the game, Ferguson and his teammates pulled off a massive play to put Baylor in the lead. Ferguson was caught off guard by pressure from both the opposing defensive end and cornerback. He was able to pitch the ball out before he was buried by the defenders, allowing his teammate to run it down the sideline and into the end zone. This early lead put Baylor in the position to pull a hard-earned upset on the favored, formerly undefeated Macaulay team. Ferguson received the Jim Worthington 100% Award in football during the 1974 season. By graduation, he had earned a remarkable 10 varsity letters across 3 sports. Ferguson's leadership and versatility earned him Baylor's highest student honors. Voted by his classmates, he received the Tommy Mulliken Award as the school's best athlete, the O.B. Andrews Award as the most outstanding senior, and the Stagmeyer Leadership Award. Ferguson went on to attend Sewanee, University of the South, where he was a 4-time NCAA qualifier, an All-American in the 100 and 200 fly, and a former school record holder in both events. He was named Sewanee's Outstanding Male Athlete in 1979, was inducted into Sewanee Sports Hall of Fame in 2004, and was honored by the Greater Chattanooga Sports Hall of Fame in 2012. It is my pleasure to welcome Mr. Scott Ferguson into our Baylor Sports Hall of Fame. Please come up to accept your award.
Good morning. My name is Lake Montgomery, class of 2026, and I'm privileged to provide an introduction for Simon Holden, class of 2013, this morning. Simon Holden was a 3-sport athlete at Baylor, competing in lacrosse, cross country, and track. He was also recognized with some of the school's highest awards. A 4-year varsity runner in cross country and track, Holden served as a team captain in 2011 and 2012, guiding Baylor to a state runner-up finish in cross country in 2011 and a state championship in 2012. In track, he claimed 1,600-meter state titles in 2011, 2012, and 2013, the 3,200-meter title in 2012 and 2013, and 800-meter titles in 2012 and 2013. He also earned all-state honors in the 4x400-meter relay in both 2012 and 2013. Holden went on to set school records in the 800-meter, running a 1:52, and as a part of the distance medley relay team, where he ran the 1,600-meter leg. His success earned him recognition on the Chattanooga Times Free Press Best of Preps cross country and track teams from 2010 to 2012, as well as a spot on the all-regional team in 2012. His 9th place finish at the Foot Locker meet marked him as one of the nation's top young distance runners. In recognition of his excellence on and off the field, Holden was a recipient of the Herb Barks Jr. Award, presented to seniors who have contributed richly to the Baylor spirit, the O.B. Andrews Award for Best All-Around Senior, and Best All-Around Athlete Award. Holden continued his career at Wake Forest University on scholarship, where he became a standout middle distance runner. He earned multiple All-ACC honors, was named to the All-ACC Academic and All-U.S. Track and Field academic teams, and recorded personal bests that ranked among the program's elite, including a 148.04 in the 800-meter and a 341.92 in the 1,500-meter. His performances at the ACC championships and major national meets solidified his reputation as a competitor who thrived at the highest levels. For Simon, though, running cross country and track wasn't just about racing. It was about running with your team, When I asked what his favorite memory of running at Baylor was, Simon responded that what he remembers most were the everyday runs with my teammates, laughing and talking, and the time we spent after practice just hanging out with the team and Coach Gautier. That said, qualifying for the Foot Locker National Championship my senior year was definitely a highlight. Going into the Southeast Regional, my 5K PR was a 16:04, and I ended up running a 15:04. My coaches had me ready, and everything just came together. It felt good to be able to show up and run well when it mattered. It is my pleasure and honor to induct Simon Holden into the Baylor Sports Hall of Fame. Please come up and get your award.
Hi, my name is William Barker, class of 2026, and I'm here to introduce Charles Mayfield. During his years at Baylor, Charles Mayfield, class of 92, established himself as a versatile four-sport athlete who balanced competition with leadership on and off the field, competing in cross-country, basketball, football, and soccer, earning varsity letters in each of these sports. In basketball, Mayfield emerged as a standout performer. A varsity player for 3 seasons, he was named team captain his senior year and was twice recognized with all district and all region honors as a junior. His final season, he was a finalist for all district MVP, underscoring his impact as both a scorer and a leader. His athletic contributions extended beyond basketball. He also lettered in soccer, football, and cross country as mentioned. In addition to his accomplishments in sports, Mayfield served as secretary of the student council in his senior year and was a dorm proctor for Lupton Hall. His participation extended to Spirit Club, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Mu Alpha Theta, Red Circle, the Student Activities Advisory Board, and the Baylor Notes. After graduation, Mayfield carried his commitment to Baylor into his alumni years. He served 2 terms on the Alumni Council, including a term as president, during which he represented the council on the Board of Trustees. In 2022 to 2023, he also chaired the Sports Hall of Fame, helping to honor and preserve Baylor's athletic tradition. I've seen Mr. Mayfield at nearly every Baylor basketball game since I started high school. He always sits right behind our bench so he can be right near the huddle to be as close to the action as possible. His love for Baylor sports is so evident, and so it is my honor to introduce Charles Mayfield as the next member of the Sports Hall of Fame.
Good morning. My name is Charlie Silverman, and I am privileged to provide an introduction for Bob Worthington this morning. Bob Worthington, class of 74, was a standout multi-sport athlete at Baylor, competing at the varsity level in football, wrestling, and baseball. He earned 12 varsity letters, 5 in wrestling, 4 in baseball, and 3 in football. In football, Worthington played a key role in Baylor's 1973 state and national championship teams, earning MVP honors as quarterback, as well as all-city recognition. In baseball, he served as team captain and earned all-city recognition, while wrestling provided another platform to showcase his determination and leadership as he captained this squad as well. Following Baylor, Worthington received a football scholarship to the University of Tennessee in Chattanooga in 1974 and 1975, where he was a starting quarterback. His collegiate playing career was cut short by injury. Professionally, Worthington was the founder and senior partner at Worthington Hyde in Atlanta, overseeing more than $3 billion in real estate transactions. A charter member of the Board of Trustees at the Wesleyan School in Norcross, Georgia, he is now an emeritus trustee. He also served as vice chair of the school's largest capital campaign in history. He has coached baseball at Wesleyan and in Little League. He participated in the Fellowship of Christian Athletes and serves on the board of Salt Next Gen Ministries. Bob also initiated a board to establish FCA baseball ministry in the Dominican Republic. Worthington helped establish the class of 1974 scholarship at Baylor and remains an active leader in class of 1974 fund volunteer efforts. In Bob's words, As a faculty kid, Baylor's campus was always my backyard to play on. While most young boys dream of playing on Super Bowls and World Series for their favorite teams, my dreams always had me in a Baylor uniform, typically taking down Macaulay in a championship game. Baylor was my favorite team, and its players were my heroes. Having played 4 sports, including basketball, in 7th and 8th grade, and 3 sports, 9th through 12th, allowed me 20 separate seasons to wear a Baylor uniform, take down Macaulay, and forge friendships which became and remain today the greatest friends I have. God blessed me with just enough ability coupled with an oversized amount of opportunity for my childhood dreams to become realized right here in my old backyard. It is my pleasure to welcome Bob Worthington into the Baylor Sports Hall of Fame.
Good morning. My name is Ezra Sixto, class of 2026, and today I have the honor of introducing Bill Cox. Throughout his 44-year career at Baylor, Bill Cox modeled dedication in the classroom and in athletics, often coaching 3 sports in a single year while maintaining a full teaching schedule. He served as a counselor for summer basketball camps, kept stats for varsity football, and even ran the clock at soccer matches. Some coaches and former colleagues have speculated that Cox has attended more Baylor athletic events than anyone. As head junior varsity basketball coach for over 30 years, Cox worked with countless young players, preparing them for the next level of competition. Known for his ability to teach fundamentals while instilling confidence and character, he was a vital bridge between middle school, junior varsity, and varsity programs. In addition to his role with the JV program, Cox served as assistant varsity basketball coach under head coaches Larry Reed, Austin Clark, Mark Price, and Quinn McDowell. His coaching contributions extended beyond the basketball court. He served as head coach for 7th, 8th, and 9th grade football. In baseball, he led the 9th grade team for 3 years, and he worked as assistant track coach under former head track coach Bill McMahon, class of 67. He also dedicated many years to the golf program, serving as assistant and junior varsity coach for both the boys and girls teams, alongside Gary Partridge. Known for his care for individual players, Cox has always emphasized that athletics are more about growth, engagement, and connection rather than competition. I always tried to make it a rewarding experience for the student, whatever level it was, he said. That meant making sure every kid was getting reps at practice and every kid was getting into the game at some point. At the same time, he instilled a team-first mentality. Being part of a team takes sacrifice and discipline. The athlete becomes better if he or she makes their teammates better. Coach Cox is also being recognized for his achievements in the classroom, where he shaped the lives of numerous students and challenged his AP US history students to think critically and engage with historical relationships. His classroom environment encouraged curiosity and engagement with numerous students as he developed a culture where his students would send postcards from the various trips and historical excursions throughout the years. Coach Cox summarized Baylor better than anyone else. He truly made this campus and his connection to it more than a job. He made it part of his family as his daughter, Elizabeth Cox Romer, class of 05, leads our dance program, and his son, Alan, class of 09, maintains our athletic equipment and uniforms in the field house. Both have learned immensely from the example set forth by their father, and that Baylor is truly a special place and community. And as Coach Cox summarized, that even when you leave Baylor, Baylor never leaves you. It's part of the family. I personally first met Coach Cox 2 years ago as a sophomore, and as I've gotten to know him over the years, he's been nothing but kind and taught me what it means to be a leader. And my favorite memories over the years have definitely been the eventful bus rides to away games where there was never a dull moment. It is with great honor that I introduce Bill Cox as our newest athletic contributor and coach inducted to the Sports Hall of Fame and a member of our recently retired dedicated faculty members. Please come forward to accept your award.
Good morning. My name is Kate Henry, class of 2026, and today I'm honored to introduce someone who is no stranger to the senior class and the fast, fearless females of the women's cross-country team. Heather Ott was a cornerstone of Baylor athletics and academics for nearly 4 decades, serving as cross-country and track coach for 35 years and teaching English for 38. Coach Ott guided her teams to 7 state championships, 2 state runner-up finishes, 2 individual state champions, and too many all-state runners to count. Her leadership helped Baylor women's cross-country earn the TSSAA Distinguished Academic Achievement Team Recognition for 8 consecutive years. Locally, her teams captured 8 consecutive City Optimist Frontrunner Area Championships from 2005 to 2012, then added 4 more consecutive titles from 2016 to 2019. Coach Ott's achievements have earned her multiple coaching honors, including the Chattanooga Times Free Press Coach of the Year in 2021 and Tennessee Coach of the Year for Girls Cross Country in 2009 to 2010. In 2025, Baylor named the cross country loop on campus in her honor. Reflecting on her coaching career, Coach Ott described the athletes on her teams as exceptional people and emphasized how the demands of training builds not just endurance, but lasting bonds beyond graduation. Even years later, she keeps in touch with many of her former runners. Coach Ott earned a Bachelor of Arts degree from the University of Richmond and pursued advanced studies in English at the Breadloaf School of English, Middlebury College, and the University of North Carolina, and completed additional leadership training through the National Outdoor Leadership School. Her commitment to teaching has been recognized with numerous honors, including the prestigious Hubert Smothers Award, the top teaching honor from the Tennessee Association of Independent Schools. Academically, Coach Ott began her career at Baylor teaching 7th and 8th grade English and quickly became a central figure to our school. She developed a classroom that encouraged analytical thinking and fostered the engagement of her students to think critically with regard to the literature they encountered. During her years of service to Baylor, she served as a dorm parent, led walkabout expeditions, and was a long-standing faculty advisor to our esteemed roundtable. Throughout her various roles, Coach Ott nurtured curiosity, leadership, and dialogue amongst her students, which fostered an enduring culture and promoted personal growth both inside and outside the classroom. I had the privilege of knowing Coach Ott as a teacher, advisor, and coach, and because I knew her in so many ways, it would be hard to pick a favorite memory, because there are lots. I think about the time we convinced her to go to McDonald's after a meet, and she walked through the drive-thru late at night and tapped on the window and asked if they had any healthy options. Or the time she told me I was running so slow I looked like I was walking after I came in dead last at a track meet. Or I think of the many hashtags, Fast Fearless Females, Brave Baylor Leaders, or Dub Nation. Or I think about her enthusiasm for trying new things. Coach Ott, we're so excited to see what you do next, whether it be horseback riding lessons with Ruby, swimming, or something new altogether. It is with great honor that I introduce Coach Heather Ott as our newest coach, inducted to the Sports Hall of Fame, and a member of our recently retired dedicated faculty members. Coach Ott, please come forward to accept your award.
Hello, everyone. My name is Parker Mills. I'm a part of the class of 2026, and I will be providing the benediction. May everyone please rise and bow their heads. Gracious God, we thank you for gathering us here today and for the privilege of honoring our alumni. Their dedication, service, and faithfulness have shaped Baylor into the beautiful community we cherish. Lord, we ask you continue to strengthen the bonds of our Baylor family. Unite us students, faculty, and alumni across generations so that we may carry forward the traditions and values that make Baylor. As we leave today, send us out with grateful hearts, renewed courage, and joyful hope for the future you are preparing. May we always seek to honor you in the way we serve others. And lastly, be with us for the game tonight against the school across the river. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen. May everyone please remain standing for the alma mater.
Thank everyone for being here with us again today. I also want to thank our student presenters today. This is the first time we've done this, is having students present. I think it's certainly appropriate, and I enjoyed it. Can we give our student presenters a round of applause, please? I also want to congratulate again all the recipients. When I think about everyone who received an award today, I can say that all of the dedicated faculty members have made a direct impact on my life personally, and so I'm grateful for all that they've done, and I think it represents all that is great about Baylor. And when I look at our sports and Hall of Fame inductees, I hope that we find them inspirational in all that we do athletically, not just when we compete, but as we represent Baylor in the community. So I really want to ask that all of our recipients and their families please stay afterwards for some photos before we head over for a luncheon. Students, we have class here shortly, and then a pep rally coming up. So thanks again for everybody, and go Big Red! All right, we're going to ask that all of our award winners please come forward for photos. We're going to ask that all of our award winners come forward and for photos. And we'll have everyone who's not a recipient, please move to the side, and then we'll have plenty of time to celebrate together afterwards. Okay, all award recipients, please come to the stairs in front of the podium, please. Coach Clark is where he's supposed to be. Okay, yes, please have all award recipients come forward so we can take a photo, and then there'll be plenty of time for visiting and celebrating afterwards. All award winners, come to the steps. Okay, Molly. Yes, all recipients.
Coach Hart! Coach Hart! Yes. Hey, can you balance one with you? Yeah, you got
Say hello and thank you Bob Aiken for getting that worked out so we can come walk here again. You're the best.
Hey, I'm
It's
happy to do it.
unbelievable. No,
I'm glad
really.
you want to be
This
here.
And this is the reason behind Chris Angel, Helen Aiken.
So nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm happy to do it.
I'm interrupting, but thank you.
Okay, we'll be right back. Thank you.
See, come in with dinner.
Down, but first level.
Make 2 rows. Tall people, back row, 2 rows. Shorter to the front. Sports Hall of Fame. Everybody else, don't move yet. We're going to get another shot. All right, Bill, can you hold your Sports Hall of Fame? Do you have your plaque?
Y'all look at me.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry. I'm sorry. There we go. Sorry. Okay, now I need all dedicated faculty. And then Coach Ott, hold right here. So she's going to do, grab your faculty plate, Coach Ott. You got it? Bill Cox, grab your faculty plate. So we got Tim Williams. Yep, okay. Okay, y'all can all go. How about Betsy? Betsy and Coach Ott come to the front. Yep, there we go. All right, you got it? Okay, hold on, Billy. Oh, sorry. Can you slide over for just a second? Can y'all slide over for just a second? Billy.
Oh, all right. Oh, I went.
She's shooting a picture. All right. Just Bill Cox and Heather Ott, I need both of your awards. Try it.
Can't believe we didn't think about that.
Okay. And then Scott and Billy are next. Y'all are next. Okay, now Scott and Billy. Okay, now Scott Wilson, Billy Aiken. I need you up here. Okay, perfect. All right, class of 75 that are in the house. Class of 75 in the house. I need them up front. If you are in the class of 75, please come to the front steps. Classmates of Scott Wilson, 50th reunion, class of 75. Van Bunch. All right, can we make 2 rows? Tall people, go up a step, please.
There we go.
Hey.
We're done.
All right, Molly, you good? Okay. Got it. I think we're good. Thank you. All right, thank you. If you are staying with families, we are going to head on over to the Lupton Circle area for lunch. So if you will make your way that direction. Thank you all. All right, I got a request for the class of 92 that's here for Charles Mayfield, if you'll come up front. I'll take it. Let me take it.
You got it. I got it. A little bit of glare behind there. You want to step down? Yeah. So move this way.
Oh, wait, I'm getting out of the way. Get out of the way.
The old guy.
No, he's right here. All right, class of 92, I need you on the steps, please. Class of 92, right by Charles Mayfield. Class of 92, an adopted 91 classmate. Here we go. They're adopting. Alan Carter, they're adopting you. Come on up. It's a party in here. We'll just start serving lunch in here.
I don't know where the good photographer went.
Yeah, I'll get one with my phone because they don't want to. Here comes Mayfield. Or Alan.
Yeah, they tell me my
Look here
phone's
first.
terrible.
Look here first, and then I'll take one.
All right, you take it.
All right, y'all ready?
Yeah, I miss it all the time. Like, just to clear my head and get going. But I always love biking.
Got it. She got one.
Okay.
They rode their bike from Atlantic.
Got it.
I know people. We'll get back to this. Thank you all for coming.
All right.
So, yeah. Oh, good. You got it with my
I got
phone.
it. I
has
got
a
one with
crack
mine,
in
too.
it.
I got one with mine, too. All right. If you all can start making your way over to Lupton Circle, please. We're going to have the lunch in just a few minutes. Head on that way.